was sent to protect a local mosque. So far there's been very little violence at all. Some stones apparently were thrown earlier on before we arrived. But the night is young. The riot police took their positions as the mood darkened. A library was set alight. And the police came under sustained attack. How did you feel when you saw the scenes the other night?
Fairly devastated, to be honest. It was something that I didn't think that would happen in a community like this. You can still smell the smoke damage.
What was the reason for the riots we saw here?
I think it's like a lot of working class areas over the last 14 years who felt hopeless. It definitely does not excuse any of the things that we saw on the streets. I think there's probably a direct correlation between those areas that feel as if they've been left behind and those areas where the right have been able to exploit that feeling of hopelessness. Not every person who's against immigration is a racist, but there were plenty of people who felt as if they wanted to vent their anger.
In Liverpool, 1 in 3 children live in poverty. And there are 15,000 households on the social housing waiting list. You've complained about underfunding over years of Tory governments. What guarantees do you have of getting increased funding from the new Labour administration? We're being told there's no money there.
There are no guarantees of further funding from central government, and so we need to find innovative ways ourselves to try and help to get economic growth.
The new Labour government hasn't yet talked about the underlying causes of the riots. So far, its response has been all about law and order.
I utterly condemn the far-right thuggery, be in no doubt those that have participated in this violence will face the full force of the law.
The government have done the right thing in acting quickly to stem violence. But we need to do an awful lot more as politicians across the political spectrum to try to address the needs and concerns of communities, and that's where proper levelling up needs to happen.